Hello, my wonderful viewers. You are welcome to the program Arise and Shine. Today, we are going to discuss defamation. Recently, in our society, defaming people has become the order of the day, especially when one wants to contest for positions of authority, whether as a president, governor, even as small as our associations are. When you are contesting for association, chairmanship positions, or any other position, and people want to run you down, they resort to character assassination. Whether what they are saying is true or not, they just want to say it just to keep you out of the picture. What are the implications of defaming somebody's character? Are there really consequences? Of course there should be. If there is, then what are they? How does it affect us as individuals? All this and more you will know if you watch this program to the end. Don't go away. If you are just joining us for the first time, please do well to subscribe to this channel. Turn on your notification bell so I will not miss out any of our editions. Share that others might see it. Once again, let me use this opportunity to appeal to our excellencies, the governors of our various states, who are yet to adopt and domesticate the Discrimination Against Persons Living with Disabilities Prohibition Act. So please do so, for the act is the only way by which persons living with disabilities can integrate properly into the society. Thank you for being there. And I told you from the beginning, today we are going to discuss defamation. What is defamation? Defamation is a false statement published to a third party by the author and of concerning the plaintiff, tending to cause damage to the plaintiff's reputation. When you look at the definition, there are keywords you have to bring out of it. One, the statement published must be false. And two, it must be made to a third party. And three, it must be done by an actor, which is the defendant in this case. In the area of the actor, there's something we call the repeater law that also makes somebody that is repeating what the actor has said liable of the same offense. That is to say, if somebody says something defaming about somebody else, and you heard it and you go on spreading that rumor without confirming whether it's true or not, you're also liable of the offense of defamation under the repeater's law. Another point you have to note is that the statement made must be one that is capable of causing damage to the victim. So, defamation is an offense under the tort law. Yes, when you commit the defamatory offense, it is punishable under the law of tort. The law of tort deals with civil matters, and defamation is a civil offense. Many people resort to defaming people's name, especially when they want to keep you out of the picture. For example, maybe you are contesting the same office with them and they want you out of the picture. They feel they are the ones that are more capable, more qualified to be in that position. But seeing you as a threat, they now resort to destroying your image, only to make people to hate you so that they will be favored at the end. That is just one example. There are so many other reasons why people resort to damaging other person's image. But the truth is that it is wrong for you to make assertions that are not right, things that you cannot substantiate or prove, just because you want to make yourself look better than other persons. This defamation is categorized into two. Number one is slander. Slander occurs when one makes a verbal statement that is not true concerning another person. Another category of defamation is libel. Libel occurs when you publish a false statement concerning another person. So while slander is verbal, libel is written or broadcasted over the media. For example, when you go to a radio or television station to speak ill about somebody else, things that are not true, or you publish it in our dailies and magazines, or you go to your social media handles like Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, name them, and make such statements, it is libel and is punishable if you are found guilty of the offence. So one should be careful what you go to the social media to write, what you talk over the media, whether radio or television, newspapers, or even your Facebook and WhatsApp handles, all the social medias. You should be careful what you say there. Don't run other people because you don't like them. Don't run other people because you want to take their position. And that takes us to the reason why people engage in slander or libel, that is defaming people's name or character. What are the reasons? Number one is envy. A lot of people assassinate other people's character because they envy their position, because they feel that that place you are, they should be the ones there, or that position you are contesting for, you are going for, they should be the one going for it, and seeing you as a threat to their ambition, they want you out, and at the end they label you all sorts of bad names like thief, selfish person, greedy, wicked. No, all manner of names will be given to you just because they want you out of the picture. So envy is one thing that makes people go after people in order to destroy their images. Another reason why people tend to defame other people's name or images is what? Anger. Maybe because somebody has offended you in the past and you are finding it difficult to forgive the person. Anytime you find the person trying to climb up the ladder, you want to put that person down. Anger is a bad tool that may drive people into defaming others' name. Make them to speak ill of their neighbor without thinking of the repercussion, especially when they say things that are not really true. All these things are not good. We should keep away from them. Another reason why people defame other people's name is self-righteousness and unnecessary suspicion. When you feel that you are the only one that is righteous enough to be recognized in the society or in that association where you belong, other people are not good enough. Also, when you suspect people unnecessarily, you feel that they are cheating on you or they are cheating on the society, they are doing things that are shady, and you want to expose them even without being able to find out the fact. Before you say anything, go and dig out the fact. Be sure of what you are saying, whether it's true or false. Don't go about spreading fake news when you are not sure of what you are saying. Keep your mouth shut, because in this life whatever you do has a way of affecting you. What goes around normally comes around. Yes, that's what they really call adumadu body. Sometimes they trap yourself for people, end up catching up with you and destroying you instead, because there is a repercussion. The law of karma always caught up with us, whether you like it or not. What you do has a way of affecting you. How do I know this? The book of wisdom makes me know that. If you are the kind of person that normally visit the book of wisdom from time to time, you understand what I'm talking about. I know when I say the book of wisdom, you be wondering, what is that book? I'm talking about the holy book, the holy Bible you and I carry all along every time to church. The holy Bible is clear about that. Slander is an offense, not just before man or the law, but also an offense before God. So you have to be careful what you do, so that you will not offend your creator just because you want a position. Recently in my association, the Joint National Association of Persons Living with Disabilities, defamation has been a common practice among us, especially when we want to contest for our executive positions. You see people calling people names, just because they want to keep them out of the picture. You want them to take the position, or you want to put your person in that position. You now begin to label people thief, labeling the cat bad just to kill it. And at the end, when all relations are gone and settled, you now come back to make friendship. What kind of friendship is that? How dare you puncture the tube of your fellow brother's tire and claim relationship? How does these things affect us? When you defame other people's character, when you go about slandering people's name, how does it affect you? You think you are not affected? You are affected. The most dangerous disadvantage of slander, it is destruction of the spiritual personality of the slanderer's conscience. You that is slandering people's name, you are destroying your spiritual personality without knowing it. I know you say what is he talking about. The book of wisdom is there to tell you everything. I'm not saying it from my own experience. I'm saying it based on what the Bible said about slander. Let's take a look at it. Open your Bible to the book of Proverbs, chapter 10, verse 18. He that hideth hatred with lying lips, and he that uttereth a slander is a fool. The Bible describes slanderers as fools. Do you know what that means? The Bible, the holy book, describe anyone that is destroying other people's name as a fool. It did not end there. It went ahead in Proverbs 18 verse 7 to say that the mouth of fools are their undoing, and their lips are a snare to their very lives. When you look at Proverbs 12:22, the Bible is clear. It says that lying lips are an abomination to the Lord. The Bible says that slanderers are fools, and it goes ahead to tell us that the lips of fools are a snare to their own lives. And he also told us that lying lips are an abomination to the Almighty, our own Creator. The God that created us hates abomination, and he said lying lips are an abomination. You know what, when you offend God, what it means? You might not know, but the Bible will tell you what will happen to you as a slanderer. So Psalm 101 verse 5, I read, whoso privily slandereth his neighbor, him will I cut off. He that had a high look and a proud heart, those are the people God said that you will cut off. If you slander your neighbor, if you spread fake rumors, fake news, trying to damage the image of your fellow human being for no good reason, trying to say things you know that they never happen, just because you hate the person or because you envy the person's position, you want to damage his image to make other people to hate that person. God say he will cut you off. He will cut you off. So don't think that when you slander people you are doing that bad. You are doing yourself a great injustice, because you are destroying your spiritual personality without knowing it. Adumadu body, that's what they call it. You kill yourself thinking you are killing others. This very trap you set for people will catch up, will catch you, and will not only catch you, will destroy you. So you have to watch your lips. Proverbs 13 verse 3 say, those who guide their lips preserve their life, but those who talk rashly will come to ruin. Do you want to be ruined by yourself? If not, then guide your tongue. Watch what you say about people. Don't go about spreading news that are not true. Even if you hear people say something about somebody, confirm before you start spreading it. Because if you spread fake news, you are also liable. You are guilty as the originator of that news. You know, say Stephen na thief. Eh? Then everywhere you go say, they say Stephen na thief. You did not even confirm whether truly I stole. All you need to do is to start spreading, because we like spreading fake news. We like spreading bad news. I feel like this thing is something that will make people listen to us talk. You want to talk so that they will listen, not considering the after effect. And that is the major reason why slander spreads like wildfire, because the slanderers themselves do not think after effect of their action. They don't go ahead to do it for the short gain they will get. I will destroy you, I will make you not to get into that position, not knowing that they are doing themselves a disservice. Because when you are cut off from their creator, you know what that means. That is the greater punishment in life. That is the greater punishment, when you are cut off from the source of light, which is the creator himself. You are finished for life. You have succeeded in removing somebody from a temporary seat and ended up removing yourself from a permanent seat. Because everything in life is temporal, but the one beyond is permanent. When you lose the afterlife seat, you have lost everything, no matter how rich you are on earth. So you should be careful how you spread fake news about your fellow human beings. What that thing you want others to do to you, do it to others likewise. Another effect of defamation is that it brings enmity among members of the society, or even among members of a group. It makes people begin to hate each other, begin to keep malice, begin to make unnecessary suspicion. Trust disappears, and everybody begins to suspect one another. Enmity will now creep in when you try to scatter a system with lies. It is very, very wrong. Bringing two heads, knock them together with baseless accusations, all geared towards making yourself become the only good person around. Another effect or consequence of defamation is the legal aspect. Of course, when you defame people's name or character, they have the right to take you to court and press charges. And if you are found guilty, you will be charged and punished in line with the law. That is another area. So anytime you wag your tongue and talk ill about people without being sure of what you are saying, you are exposing yourself to either the wrath of your creator or the wrath of the law. One must catch up with you, or both. So my piece of advice is always try to be nice to others, because the measure you give is the measure you will get. The consequences of an action must surely cut off with you, because like I told you, what goes around must surely come around. The book of wisdom is clear. Do to others as you want them to do to you. Thank you once again for stopping by my channel. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like and share, so that other people might see it. Remember that whatever you do today will come back tomorrow to look for you. So do good so that good will locate you. Else, the evil you do might haunt you the next moment. Remember, there is nothing about us without us, and together we make things happen. With you, we will hit the sky. Till we meet again, stay out of trouble and remain in the presence of the Most High God. Thank you.
Freedom is now never. We are now winning to lose it forever. Freedom is now never. We are now